Good morning and welcome to 15 Minutes of Motivation. My name is Kate Batten. It is Monday, it is the 8th of June, and we are back here for another 15 minutes with me so that I hope that I can empower your day and help you and advise you over any hurdles that you have in your life. So welcome to the show. Okay. So something happened to me that I woke up to this morning and I was like, right, this is the subject that I need to talk about. And I'm sure that everybody who has a Facebook account has actually dealt with this or experienced this. And I'm talking about haters. Okay, so we're going to talk today about hate overall in this overall subject in this podcast. Hate, haters, why people do this, and how you can deal with it and think differently from this. Okay, so I woke up this morning. At the weekend, I think it was on Friday evening, I actually shared the news with my Facebook friends that Fugitive Mums, which is a event organization company that I have built with my partner, Shell, it helps and supports people with anxiety. So that's what we do. We organize events. We organize anything from a coffee morning to a beach day to all these kinds of things so that people with anxiety can meet up with people who are dealing with the same issues just as them, and mental illnesses as well. So I got really proud over how far we've come in such a short space of time and how big the community is, because it is a community of 17 women now. So that's pretty powerful, especially when the majority of this group actually meet in person and do things together. So they're getting over their social anxieties as well and their isolation. So we actually got to the paper. There was a local paper who wanted to run a story on us, and they wanted to run an article so that they could help us spread the news, which is absolutely truly amazing, and I'm so blessed. So thank you, big shout out to Bridlington Echo for doing that. So when it got printed in the paper, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a picture of that and I'm going to spread the news. So I did, as we do when we want to celebrate things on social media. I took a picture of the article, I posted it out, and somebody commented a hate message underneath it. And I'm going to read it to you right now. I'm not going to tell you the name of the person because we'll get into that a bit later of my advice towards this person. But I wanted to do this by face, not by actually retaliate back to him with a hate comment, because that is not in my nature, because I can see what's coming out of him. Anyway, the comment that I received back from this person reads, "Another female started group only helping women, pathetic. To hell with the dabs, obviously. May your sexist, self-indulgent bullshit rot with you." So I'd like to thank you so much to that person who took the time out to spew that much hate in one comment. Now, here's my advice to you and to all other people who have dealt with this as well. Now, the thing with hate is that it's coming from somebody who is in so much pain. They are bitter, they are twisted, and they are projecting the pain out of them that they have not yet dealt with and not yet faced. Okay, so if they're dealing with a situation in their life where they just spew hate at you, or decide to go over to your comments and put loads of spew and hate upon there and loads of negative, just like I received in that one comment, I just want to advise you that not to take it personally. The first step in all of this: read it, but don't feel it. Okay, read it, but don't feel it, because you want to read the emotion behind the person, because whatever's going on in that person's life right now, he's been hurt somehow. He's been seriously hurt, either by the mother of his child or a woman in his life who seriously hurt him. So he's protruding it onto me. So it's not me personally. I just have to be a projection of what he's really angry with, and that somebody has hurt him. So to this guy, all I'm going to send you is love, and I'll keep you in my prayers. And hopefully you will come out of this eventually and heal from this and forgive the past of what's really hurt you, so that you stop projecting it onto other people. Because here's the thing, Maybe the next person that you project your crap upon isn't as spiritually strong as me, who can't look at that comment and go, that's not about me. It's all about what's going on in his life right now. It's all about where he's been hurt right now. And it's something that he needs to work on. And it's something that I need to forgive him for right now, because it's not projected onto me. It's not personally towards me. It's something he's experienced in life, and it's something that he's hurt with, he's bitter with, and he hasn't revisited that part of his life yet to heal it. So he's projecting it upon me because I'm doing good. So he has to project it onto me. Dude, I have no anger towards you. I have complete and love and respect towards you, and I hope that you eventually, have love in the area of where you've had hurt. I really do, and that's my wish to you. So what can this be to teach you on your journey? If you have a hate comment on your Facebook, or you have somebody who drops a nasty comment, it doesn't matter if you're running a business, it doesn't matter if you're an everyday normal person using social media or using any kind of technical communication. When somebody's commenting back to you and they're spewing hate upon you, it's because they're hurting themselves. They haven't dealt with what they should have dealt with in the past, because they've not faced it, or they've not forgiven it, or they've not healed in it. So all they're doing is projecting their personal vomit onto you. It's got nothing to do with you, so don't take it personally. Now, if it had been like 8 years ago, I'd have gone, rah! I would have commented back to him in a really angry fashion. I would have done that. I'd have took it so personal. I'd have been full of hatred. I'd have been like, who do you think you are? I would have just spewed evil back at him. But that is not me anymore. I'm spiritually strong enough to enable for these things not to protrude me. I've worked on myself enough to know that when somebody's like that, it's pain that's coming out of them. That is all. I used to be in that place. I used to be angry. I used to be bitter. I used to hate people, and I used to hate do-gooders, just like me now. And I used to hate people who used to be really, what's the word, boasting about the good that they're doing in the world. What does she think she is? Who does she think she is? How could she do that? I used to be the same person. And do you know what I was doing? I was spewing my past onto these people. The rage inside of me was my own doing, because I had not healed from my past. I had not forgiven. I had not learned how to love myself. I hated myself. I hated everyone who'd hated me. I'd hated all the situations that I'd been in. I was full of hate. So I was projecting it onto those that were happy, that were doing good, because I couldn't stand to see people doing good, couldn't stand to see people being happy, couldn't stand to see joy coming out of people, or couldn't stand seeing good in the world, because I was miserable and I was hurt and I was in pain. But that is no way to be. The only way to move on in life is to forgive. Not saying forget. I'm never saying forget, because believe me, it leaves a mark. But you just don't forget, and you become wiser, and you become stronger, and your boundaries become higher. So you know never to experience that again, and you know to stand strong in your power to never let that happen to you again, or see the red flags before it even goes to that point of experiencing that bad again. So I can see it, and I can see the pain in him, and for that I just send him love. I hope one day he finds the joy, and he finds the happiness, and he finds the forgiveness, and he moves on and becomes a whole lot happier than he is right now. So that's how I want you to see the pain as well, that is coming out of these people, not to take it personally. So just don't take it personally, read it, but don't feel it. So that's number one, read it, don't feel it. Number two, now how you choose to respond is up to you. You could comment back to him with loads of love, or you could leave it, keep him in your prayers, and let him go on his own, by yourself. Let the goodwill do the rest. Let the good energy, whether you believe in angels or you believe in God, whatever your belief is of the higher power, let that do the rest. leave him, bless him, release him, and let him on his way. You see, we can take hate personally. And when we take hate personally, we're then taking the responsibility for that hate and then feeling it. It's not your responsibility. It's somebody else's pain. It's somebody else that needs healing. It's somebody else that needs to take the responsibility for the situation that they're in. It's because the only way that is actually going to be better is if they face it, if they deal with it. So it's got absolutely nothing to do with you. So don't ever take hate personally. Don't take hate comments personally. I don't. But like I said, oof, gosh, 7-8 years ago, I'd have been the same. But then hate clashes with hate. What does that solve? Absolutely nothing. You see, where there's dark, there's light, and light will always overcome dark. So if you put light into that, just like I'm doing with this podcast today, because I want to say to that guy that left a comment on my Facebook, and it's there, I'm leaving it there. I'm just going to say to you, I bless you, I release you, I let you go, and I hope you find healing in your life, because whatever has happened to you, I feel so sorry for you to actually have this pain and project it onto other people and feel like you need to have the need to pull other people down. Anyway, like I said, I kept you in my prayers this morning, and I hope that you heal and move on and find joy in your life. And this is how I want to advise all of you today. Don't let the hate consume your life. Don't let it make you bitter. I've been there, and it's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. Life is meant to be full of joy. Life is meant to be full of happiness. Over the past 2 days, in my Facebook feed alone, I have seen the passing of a 14-year-old child and a woman who has just lost her husband, who is a young man. He's still in his very early prime. He was only in his late 40s. And then there is a 14-year-old child that has taken their own life in suicide. And these are the posts that I've seen in the past 24 hours of my newsfeed. Life is a gift. Life is precious. Don't be using it to project your bitterness and your nastiness upon people. Think about life in general. Them two families are now devastated, absolutely devastated. Somewhere in this world right now, there is a wife whose world has completely crumbled because she lost her husband. And there is a family whose life is completely crumbled because their 14-year-old child committed suicide through bullying. Stuff like that makes you open your eyes and realize how precious life truly is. And if there is somebody doing good in the world that is placing on a coffee morning or events for people to support them with anxiety, then guess what? That is going to be one more person supported with mental illness than deciding to commit suicide. So when we see these hate comments and we have these hate comments, just see them as somebody hurting and protruding their hurt upon you. But what you can do, my friend, in overall, to be the light in this situation is just bless them and keep them in your prayers. So I'm going to leave you here this morning, and I hope this has really helped you on your journey, because we all experience hate. We all do. I've experienced tons of hate in my online career, loads. But if I took it all personally, where would I be now? I would be curled up in a ball somewhere, but I'm not going to allow that to happen because I'm spiritually strong. And when I see something like that, I just see somebody suffering. So all I'm going to do in return is just give you a blessing back, because I've been there, I've been hurting, I've been bitter, I've been nasty. I hated the world, I hated people, I hated the world, I hated everything that had happened. I was a victim to my own circumstances, and I was in a victim mood and a victim mindset. And I remember them days. You don't know what's happened to me. You've got no idea what I've been through. If your mentality is like that, then you're always going to be consumed by hate. Always. Get up. Be a warrior. Keep moving, because life is a gift. Or as the amazing saying that I heard once, tomorrow is a mystery. No, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. And today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. You use every ounce of every minute that you have on this world to make the most of it. Do it so that you can have the most joyous, the most happiest life ever, and leave a legacy for generations to come. Teach your children to be happy and not to do anything they hate in their lives. If it makes them miserable, have it to always Give them the teachings that they need, that when something makes them miserable in life, they come away from it. They take it away. They take themselves away from it, because life is a gift and you deserve to be joyful. You deserve to be happy. So always have that in mind, that if something makes you miserable, you're not supposed to be near it, because there is people right now on this planet that are suffering because they have just lost the people they love. And if they only had a chance to have 1 minute with these people again in their lifetime, they would cut their arms and their legs off to do it. They would. So this is how precious life truly is. So when it comes to a hate comment, let it go. Be the better person and spread the light upon that hate comment, just like I have today in this podcast. So I'm going to leave you here today. If you're listening through iTunes, I want to thank you so much for taking 15 minutes to listen to me today. If you're watching this live video through YouTube on my channel called 15 Minutes of Motivation, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to leave a comment in the bottom of the box, please tell me how you have dealt with your haters and how you have spread light upon them. And also, if you've got any advice to other people who are dealing with hate right now, please give your advice as well. So I'm going to love you and I'm going to leave you, and I shall speak to you next Monday for another 15 minutes of motivation. If you need to know any more information about me, please don't hesitate to go over to my website at katebatten.com. That's KateBatten.com. Or you can follow me on Instagram or follow me on Facebook, and the description is in the box below. Have a beautiful day. I shall speak to you soon. And to the guy who put a hate on my Facebook today, I love you, I forgive you, and I just release you and hope you find happiness in your life. Have a great day. I shall speak to you soon. Bye for now.